So this movie teaches or it touches on those themes. Now, most people just on the surface might look at this movie and see it as a tragic story. But when you really see with your third eye, when you really decode it through an occult lens, you realize that it's a hermetic alchemical story, right? There's a lot of metaphysical lessons in human potential. And they even say it within the movie, right? But I know at the time when I saw it in my youth, these were not themes or ideas that I had ever been introduced to. So, me seeing it in my youth, I recognized something within myself that this movie really touches me, but I don't really understand how or why. And that's what movies of this magnitude tend to do. They're more about higher spiritual principles than they are just about telling you a story. Because we have to remember that your mind can digest and process these things through stories better. That's always been a part of humanity for centuries, the means of storytelling, right? Now, if we really get into those things, for instance, if we look at isolation as a thing, now, understand that isolation is connected to the number seven. So when we're dealing with seven, we can correlate that to chakras. So we can understand that that's a chakra correlation in the meaning of seven. And when you're looking at numerology, seven can be associated with isolation, with solitude, because we're talking about going spiritually within. Now, if you're on this journey, if you study the knowledge of self, the ancient knowledge, if you walk that particular path, then you can relate to the whole concept of isolation because you're different. So, what happens when someone is too different for the world to accept? So, Powder's journey as an outcast mirrors the experience of many seekers of higher knowledge. The seven also correlates to the seeker. So, throughout history, mystics, visionaries, and awakened beings have always been misunderstood by society, forcing them into a sense of isolation, a sense of solitude. And when you spend more time alone or with yourself, you often find that there's a lot more self reflection. There's a lot more going within, which brings spiritual enlightenment. So, this is the concept of the seeker. This is why we have the isolation. So, in applying that, think about your own journey. Have you ever felt like you didn't belong? Are you the black sheep of your family? Oftentimes, isolation is a sign that you're on a path that is meant for transformation because everybody's not going to go along that journey with you.